Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Wipro interview experience. Guys, this is the latest interview experience. It is of a 2022 batch candidate who gave the interview today only. That is on 8th September 2021. Guys, this is the third Wipro interview experience that I am covering on my channel. The last two interview experiences have already been posted on the channel, and you can find those Wipro interview experiences on this playlist, that is Wipro interview experience playlist. Now I will give you the link of this playlist in the I button and in the description box. So make sure that after watching this video you watch these two videos also, because these two videos are of the selected candidate. So make sure to watch them so that you can get to know the type of the questions which are getting asked in the interviews. Guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. I am posting regular videos on 2022 batch candidates, the companies which are hiring, as well as the interview experiences of those companies. So guys, all the link of the Telegram groups are given in the description box. Make sure that you do not miss any update and are present in those groups. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the date of the interview was 8th September 2021. The branch of my friend was CSC. The duration of the interview was 30 minutes. In this duration, both technical round questions as well as the HR round questions were asked from him. Okay, so the first question, as you all know, will be introduce yourself. And guys, this will be the most important question in the entire interview process, because this will define that where your interview will go. So guys, make sure to include only those skills in which you are confident in answering. You can include your projects, your extracurricular activities, your internships, your projects in internship. You can include all these things, but make sure that you are comfortable while answering these questions. So I hope you got that what you have to answer in this particular question. Now the next question was, explain about your project. So guys, again, in many companies your project plays a very vital role in the interview. So you can be asked to explain your projects, and the questions can be asked regarding your project also. So what all things you have to prepare for your project? First of all, you have to prepare that what is your project do, that what is the domain and what is the functioning of your project. Now next is technology stack that has been used in project, whether it uses ML algorithms or it uses WebD applications or Android applications. You must tell the interviewer this also. Now next thing that you must prepare is the future scope of your project. Like, you are doing the project now, but what will be the role of this project in the future? How will it benefit the society or anything in future? So you must prepare these questions also, these things also, for every project you have mentioned in the resume. Now next is the challenges faced in a project. So guys, whenever you are doing a project, it is of a good quality, then every time you will face a challenge, that how you will do a certain thing. So you will have to prepare these challenges also, that what all challenges while doing the project you faced. And next is what is your role in the project. Like, if you have done group project, like four persons are included in a project, so what was your role in the project, and it should be significant. You cannot say that I was doing the research work. You must be doing some development part or the coding part with your fellows. So I hope these questions are clear to you. These individual questions can also be asked from you, and you can include these points in your explaining about your project. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now next was the difference between Raspberry Pi and Arduino. Guys, this question was specifically asked from this guy because the project he described to the interviewer included the functioning of Raspberry Pi. So interviewer asked him about Raspberry Pi, difference between Raspberry Pi and Arduino. So it will not be asked from you. It will only be asked if it is present in your project or something. So you must be ready for the questions related to the technology that you have been used in the project. So this is not the common question. This was a project related question that was asked from this candidate. Okay, the next was, what is a tree traversal? So again, it's a basic question that can be asked in an interview. See, traversal is a process to visit all the nodes of a tree and may print their value also. So we all know that how a tree structure looks like. So traversal, what does a traversal means? Traversal means that we are moving to every node, and we can either print the value of that node or we can do some other functions also. But the basic traversal means moving to every node. Now, in a tree, all the nodes are connected via edges, and to reach a particular node we will always have to start from root only. We cannot randomly go to any node. To move to any node we have to start from root only. So I hope this thing is clear to you, that what is a tree traversal. So in this tree traversal you can include the time complexities of traversing a binary tree or BST, difference between binary tree and BST. These type of questions can also be asked after this question. Okay, now the next question was, what are the different types of tree traversal? So yes, there are lots of tree traversals which are present, but the most common types of tree traversals are three, that is in order, pre-order, post-order. Now there is level order traversal also, there is vertical traversal also, side traversal, zigzag traversal. These type of traversals are also present, but the most common traversals used are in-order traversal, pre-order traversal, and post-order traversal. What happens in in-order traversal? First left node is considered, then root node is considered, then right node is considered. This is in order. In means the root node is in between left and right. What is pre-order? Pre means before. So it means that root is before left and right node, and left will be always be visited before right node. Now next is post order. Post order is after after. It means first left node will be visited, then right node will be visited, and in the end root node will be visited. And guys, make sure one thing sure that left node will always be visited first before right node in these traversals. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Now the next question was difference between DDL and DML commands. So for giving the difference, first you have to know the full form of these, you can say, these commands. What is DDL? DDL stands for data definition language, whereas DML stands for data manipulation language. So by their full forms only you can derive that. See, data definition language, it means that it is used to create database schemas. DDL is used for creating database schemas, like how a table will have a look in the database. So how a table will look in the database. Whereas DML stands for data manipulation language, that once a data has been entered in the table, we can manipulate that data using the DML command. So this is the major difference. DDL describes how the structure of table will look like, where DML stands for how we can manipulate the values already entered in the table, or how we can fetch those values. So these are the basic difference between DDL commands and DML commands. Now next question was name some commands from DDL and DML. So first of all, DDL commands are drop command, truncate command, alter command. There are many commands also, many more commands also, but let's just take three commands only: drop command, truncate command, and alter command. So alter command. So again, you can study one line each for these commands if the interviewer asks you after this. Now the now there are some DML commands also, like update, delete, insert. So these are DML commands. Again, you can read one line from internet also about these commands, because these commands can be asked individually from you in the interview. Okay, the next was what is the difference between truncate and delete. So guys, it is a very commonly asked database question, that what is the difference between truncate and delete command. Now first difference is that truncate command is a DDL command. We have studied above only that truncate command is a DDL command. Next is delete command is a DML command, that is data manipulation language. So this is the basic difference between these two commands. Now the truncate command, once we use truncate command, all the rows inside a table get deleted at once. While we use a truncate command, all the rows inside the table get deleted at once. But when we use a delete command, the rows are deleted one by one. If you want to delete many rows at a time, then truncate command will delete it at one go, but delete command will delete all the rows one by one. So I hope this is clear to you. Now next is explain the alter command. Again, first of all, alter command is a DDL command, that is data definition language. It describes how the structure of the table will look like. And again, what are the functions of alter command? It is used to add constraint, it is used to delete constraint, it is used to add column, it is used to delete columns. So these are the basic functions of alter command. So I hope this question is clear to you. Now next was a tricky question. It was, you can say, this question was for checking your presence of mind. This was not a technical question, nor an HR question, and not a managerial question as well. So it was just a little tricky question that was used to check your presence of mind. That is, suppose if I punch myself in the face for no reason, how will you punch yourself? You will be strongly or lightly. So you can take it that how will you punch yourself. So again, it depends on your perspective. You will say strongly or lightly. So there is no right or wrong answer in such questions, but these are just for your checking for presence of mind. Okay. Now the next two questions were basic HR questions, like are you willing to relocate? So guys, never say no. You should always say yes, that you are willing to relocate, because in the end it all depends on your project whether you will relocate or not. So in the interview, please say yes, because it will not put any difference if you say yes. Okay, please don't say no. Okay, next was, will you sign a service bond? So again, you do not have any option. If you have to get a job in this company, you will have to sign a service bond. So again, please do not say no. You will have to sign a service bond if you want a job in this company. So guys, these were all the questions which were asked, technical questions plus HR questions. So the entire interview went for 30 minutes, and I hope you will prepare these questions, and this will help you in preparing for your interviews in Wipro. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video. If you haven't liked this video till now, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. And guys, make sure to join all the Telegram groups. The link are given in the description box. Thank you for watching this video.